Another influencer trying to sell another influencer course. So today we're talking about Camila Araujo. I might be saying her last name wrong, so I apologize. What's going on? Well, Camila is a content creator. She's definitely known for a certain website. I don't think I'm allowed to say it on here or even like put the spelling, but an O and a .f account. She's known for that, but she does do TikTok. She has a huge following. Popping in while editing, I want to mention I don't dislike her. I actually really like her. Every time I see her on stuff, I think she's so cute and fun and like she's gorgeous. But just like this particular thing is like not the greatest. But anyway, okay, back. A little while ago, she posted a TikTok saying that she is retiring from that website that shall not be named.
It's crazy. I'm quitting OnlyFans. Yeah, I'm quitting. This is it. I'm quitting. I'm moving on to something that I actually feel is my purpose, and it's gonna actually fulfill my soul and fulfill what I think I'm meant to do in this life. That platform is where I made my first $1 million. It's where I retired my parents. It's where I bought my first home. I was able to help hundreds of people through it. You know, like, I'm so incredibly grateful for how far that platform has taken me. But the more I stay tuned, because it's gonna be literally fucking insane. And I cannot wait for you guys to see it.
And explains that she wants to go on to do bigger, better things. Like, this is something really important to her, but she doesn't say what it is. And then there's a link to her YouTube. There's a video called Becoming Her. Becoming Her. And this video is about like her journey and then at the end promoting a course. But let's get into the video itself and kind of dissect it and then talk about the course. Okay, so let's dive into the video.
I wanna end me. I wanna end me.
So it opens up very dramatic and very like beautiful, like luxury, right? Like it's trying to let you know like this is what everyone wants, and we do, I guess. But it's like, look how fancy things are. Look how beautiful I am, which she is. She's gorgeous, but it's very like fantasy, right? So then we get into a bit of her story, and she was originally going to school and she wanted to be a doctor, but then she ended up working and people kept asking more about like the money she's making, so she kind of was like, I just want to make money, and kind of ventured out on that.
Actually, every time they called me, the conversation was never about school. It wasn't about what I was learning or what I was eager to start learning. It was how much money I made on a shift or something that happened at work. Eventually, school just was on the back burner.
That she had met people from Mr. Beast's team from a job she worked.
Through one of the jobs I had, I ended up having the opportunity to meet someone that worked for Mr. Beast, and in turn allowed me to have the opportunity to work around Mr. Beast and his crew. I became really good friends with Carl, Nolan, Tariq, and when they would film videos, specifically the Squid Game video, they just called me up and they were like, hey, do you want to come and film this video tomorrow? I was like, yeah, let's do it. I showed up the next day and it just felt like I was filming with my friends. I didn't really think anything of it. But when that video released, it was insane.
The player 067 is getting everyone's attention.
67 in Mr. Beast Squid Game.
That's right, we found 067 on Instagram.
So we see that she went on Mr. Beast's show, she got a lot of attention and got some followers from that. And this does play a huge part in like her success. Even though she downplays it later, it's like that is like a lucky break, right? Like it's not everything. That's not like why she's famous or doing well. Like she put a lot of effort in, but that does add into the whole piece of the pie kind of thing, right? Like you can't just deny that. After appearing on Mr. Beast's show, she kind of describes how she wanted to keep chasing that virality and that like attention.
Chased that. I chased the virality, I chased the fame, I chased that feeling again.
And how she got a little bit of fame from it. She goes on to say this about it.
You may think that that's why I got to where I am today. But in reality, that's one of the worst things that can happen to someone. For them to feel and taste what it's like to have that virality, okay? Like,
I'm hoping she's being like hyperbolic and exaggerating a little because it's the worst thing that can happen to a person. Well, I could think of a few worse things. I'll talk to the kids in the hospital who are, suffering with horrible illnesses and let them know that, oh, sweetie, no, I know what you're going through. It seems bad. But the worst thing that could ever happen to you is going on Mr. Beast and getting a lot of recognition. That's the worst. But I'm assuming she's just saying that in the realm of content creation, like it wasn't the thing that made her famous, perhaps. So I hope that's what she's getting at. And she does go on to say that when she started her account, that shall not be named, it didn't instantly make her rich and famous.
Ticket that everyone assumes makes you a millionaire overnight. Surprise, surprise, it didn't work. It wasn't some magic thing that just instantly made me money. So I had to get a second job.
Which I think is like helpful to say and let people know, so people aren't just like delusional about, oh, I'm gonna create an account and I'm gonna be super rich and famous. So I do appreciate that. And she said she worked 3 jobs at this time, so she was working hard. Like, no shade on that, like she's working hard. Kind of loses me a little bit in a bit where she says like she got to the point where she couldn't get out of bed, she couldn't eat, she wasn't talking to people, she was crying all the time, and over her not being a creator yet.
It got to a point where I couldn't get up out of bed, I wasn't eating, I stopped talking to people. Even when I would leave the house and try to go see my friends, I would just end up in their bed sobbing uncontrollably, asking them for validation of, do you think I'm gonna be okay? Do you think I'm gonna be successful? Like, do you believe in me? It was genuinely one of the worst times of my life.
Which I'm like, oh boy, as someone with chronic illness and chronic pain, and I was going to school to be a neuropsychologist, and you know, even I still just get my ass out of bed and make the best of things. Yeah, I have my bad days, but it's like, oh, you were sad because you weren't a content creator yet. Like, it feels very tone deaf, but I get it. Like, everyone's experience is different, so I don't want to devalue her experience, right? Like, everybody's bad times are different because like they might not have experienced anything worse than that, so that is their worst, and that does make them upset, and some people aren't as resilient, so I don't want to be too harsh on her. So I'm sure it was a stressful, hard time, but it just comes off a little tone deaf to, I'm sure, a lot of people. Just talks more about like how she was able to live this lifestyle and everything, and that she's not special and like anyone can do it, and that's when she kind of broaches the issue of her course. And
Exact reason I started becoming her. This is perfect for the girls that want to be content creators, or girls that have an existing business but just want to level it up, or even people who want to be behind the scenes and still make money. Spots are limited, so fill out the application and I will be personally reviewing them. If you want to be one of the ones that gets to work with me directly, click the link, fill out the application, and thank you so much for watching my story on becoming her.
And what's so bad about this is that so many people have done these courses, and like it's so manipulative because also at the end of her video she's like, sign up, there's only limited spots, and if you want to be working with me directly and I'm going to review your stuff, apply now. It's like, no, there's probably not limited spots, it's fine. And I've seen some people on TikTok saying that they bought the course so we don't have to, and like we're going over the prices.
I bought Camilla's Becoming Her course so that you don't have to. And off, there's literally a part where you have to insert your income, your credit score, and how much you're willing to spend on this course. And personally, that does not sit right with me. It feels there's the actual content part of it. And honestly, nothing, not a single thing from Becoming Her stood out to me. As someone who has had quite a few viral videos, the things that she's trying to help you learn in her course is nothing different from what you can find out from a quick TikTok search on how to go viral in the span of 10 minutes.
Yeah, so it definitely seems like it's quite expensive. I couldn't get exact prices. Some people are saying like $2,000 to $5,000, so I think it like varies, and it depends like how much you're willing to pay, and like they're kind of preying on that a bit to be like, how much is it worth to you kind of thing, right? So it seems very expensive for something you can find free online. And why I find this course even like funnier is when you hear her talk video, she was like, once I found out views meant more money, it was game changer. Like,
and when I realized that more views equals more money, it was fucking game over. I was unstoppable.
everybody already knows that. Like, people know views mean money. Like, is that how you're gonna help people? Like, tell them stuff they already know? So it's like, what? Another side note that doesn't matter too much is that her account that shall not be named is still up, so you can still see her old videos and content, but there's just no new stuff being made. It's kind of like what is being implied. So she'll still make money off that old stuff, which doesn't matter. I think that's fine. You made it, make the money. That's great. So yeah, so she still will be making money from that, but not that it matters, but just thought that was something to know in all of this, but it probably doesn't matter. But anyway, you guys think about all this. I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments. Thanks for joining. Bye.